What if I told you that the two greatest liberations in human history, sexual freedom and artificial intelligence, are actually the two jaws of a trap designed to snap your genetic line out of existence? They sold you freedom from consequences. First, they removed the cost of sex. Now, they are about to remove the need for work. It sounds like paradise. But to the people pulling the strings, you are walking into a slaughterhouse. Look at this image. Really look at it. It looks like a chaotic mess of rodents, right? Keep this burned in your mind, because by the end of this video, you're going to realize that this isn't just a picture of mice. It's a mirror, and the reflection staring back is you. We are living through a glitch in the simulation, a biological error code that has been running for 50 years, and it's just now hitting the terminal phase. The mainstream narrative tells you that declining birth rates are just a sign of development and education. They tell you that the culture war, the screaming, the protests, the absolute insanity on college campuses is just social progress. That is a lie. What you are witnessing is a biological system misfiring. Biologist Bret Weinstein recently dropped a red pill that explains everything. He pointed out that for 300,000 years, evolution had a simple deal. You want the dopamine hit of sex? You pay the mortgage of pregnancy, diapers, and child rearing. It was a package deal. Then came the technological hack, reliable birth control plus abortion. Suddenly, you could cash the lottery ticket without paying the tax. The result? We have an entire generation, ages 18 to 35, walking around with millions of years of evolutionary programming, the libido, the protective instincts, the hormones designed to guard a child with your life, but with zero children. But here's the smoking gun that the establishment ignores. Energy doesn't disappear, it transfers. Heather Heying nailed this to the wall. That fierce, irrational, mama bear aggression, it didn't go away, it got hijacked. Young women, and increasingly men, are treating ideologies the way evolution wired them to treat babies. Climate change, gender theory, the current cause of the month. These aren't just opinions to them. They are their surrogate children. That is why you cannot argue with them. When you challenge their ideology, their neurochemistry reacts as if you are holding a knife to their toddler's throat. They aren't debating you. They are protecting their offspring from a predator. There is a scientific name for what happens when a species has all its needs met but no purpose. It's called the behavioral sink. In the 1960s, John B. Calhoun created Universe 25, a mouse utopia. Unlimited food, no predators, no disease, perfect safety. Do you know what happened? They didn't become happy. They stopped breeding. They became hyper-aggressive. They became narcissistic, obsessed with grooming themselves but refusing to interact. They lost the will to live. The population went from boom to total extinction. We are in the early stages of the behavioral sink. We broke the biological loop. But that was just phase 1. Phase 2 is about to begin, and this time, it's not your biology they are coming for. It's your utility. Elon Musk recently said the quiet part out loud. He predicted that with AI and robotics, we are moving toward an age of abundance where goods and services are essentially free. He compared it to the 1970s sexual revolution, but for money. Both of evolution's primary carrots, mating and resource acquisition, are about to cost nothing. Weinstein asked the ice-cold question that keeps me up at night. When producing and protecting children is no longer the central organizing principle of life, and when creating wealth is no longer required for status or security, what is left? But that's just the surface level. That's the optimistic sci-fi take. What I'm about to show you ties this directly to a document from 1972 called The Limits to Growth, published by the Club of Rome. You won't believe the connections. They predicted the date of our collapse with terrifying accuracy. First, hit the subscribe button and the bell if you think the news lies to you every single day. If you want to survive the purge, you need to be in the loop. Okay, back to the nightmare. The global elites, the WEF, the technocrats, the people meeting in Davos, they know exactly what is coming. Yuval Noah Harari, the lead advisor to the WEF, has coined a term for you. He doesn't call you the working class anymore. He calls you the useless class. Throughout history, the elites tolerated the masses because they needed labor. They needed you to farm the fields, work the factories, and fight their wars. Your value was your labor. But what happens when AI is smarter than you and robots are stronger than you? What happens when abundance means the elites can print everything they need without you? They don't need a population of 8 billion people. In fact, 8 billion people are a liability. We consume resources, we produce CO2, and we are hard to control. Look at the pattern, it is undeniable. They did it with reproduction. They severed sex from procreation to curb population growth. They did it with the economy. They severed money from value with fiat currency, and now UBI, severing work from wealth. And now they are doing it with reality. They are severing your consciousness from the physical world with the metaverse and AI. The thread tying them all together is disconnection. Every step disconnects you further from the evolutionary struggles that make you human. They are building a zoo. And in a zoo, the animals don't decide when they breed, what they eat, or when they die. The zookeeper decides. AI isn't just a tool to write emails, it is the final nail in the coffin of human utility. Once the cost of resource acquisition hits zero, just like the cost of sex hit zero, the human drive to build, to conquer, to improve, it evaporates. So, we return to Bret Weinstein's haunting question. What is left to give a human life direction? If you remove the struggle, you remove the meaning. Humans are not designed for abundance. We are designed for friction. We are designed to overcome. Without the mortgage of children and the grind of work, do we drift into a permanent, medicated listlessness, a state of total apathy? Or do we become monsters? Are we about to become a species that invents bigger and bigger dragons to slay just to feel alive? Think about it. We are living in the safest, most prosperous time in human history, yet anxiety and depression are at all-time highs. Why? Because we are bored. Our neurochemistry is screaming for a threat to fight. Since we have no real threats, no saber-toothed tigers, no starvation, we invent them. We invent microaggressions. We invent systemic enemies. We tear down our own history just to feel the rush of the conqueror. The elites are banking on you choosing the listlessness path. They want you sedated. They want you on universal basic income, plugged into a VR headset, getting your dopamine hits from AI algorithms while you slowly breed yourself out of existence. They are counting on the Universe 25 effect. They know that if they make life too easy, you will cease to exist. That is the depopulation plan. Not a bomb, not a virus, but a comfortable, warm digital cage where you simply fade away. This is the second shoe dropping. The first was the pill. The second is AI. The result is a population of beautiful ones, perfectly groomed, socially isolated, genetically dead ends. Remember the mice I showed you at the start? The ones that stopped breeding and died out? That wasn't just a science experiment, that was a prophecy. We are standing on the edge of the behavioral sink. The cost of being human has been removed, and with it, the value of human life. Final thesis. The global elite aren't trying to kill you. They are trying to make you obsolete so you remove yourself from the equation voluntarily. So, how do you fight back? You don't fight with a weapon. You fight by accepting the burden. Have children. Raise them yourself. Build skills that a machine cannot replicate. Reject the free dopamine. Embrace the struggle. Do not let them turn you into a pet. If this hit you in the chest like it hit me, share this video. The algorithm hates this content, so you are the only signal booster we have. Leave a comment below. Are you going to be a beautiful one in the cage, or are you going to break out? Wake up.